Well, tonight we are telling you something good about an issue that has divided many people out there. Protests by some NFL players during the national anthem have, of course, sparked an awful lot of debate out there. And while many people have shared their opinions online, one Bills fan went a step further. He wrote a letter to Bills linebacker Lorenzo Alexander.
Well, 2 on Your Side's Kelly Dudzik joins us now to tell us how that letter led to a breakfast meeting this morning. Hey there, Kelly.
Hi, Scott and Mary Alice. CJ Long says he wasn't surprised when Lorenzo Alexander contacted him on Twitter after getting his letter in the mail. He says he was excited. The two met at Spot Coffee in Orchard Park for an hour this morning. Long says he was excited to talk about their difference of opinion and come up with ways to heal the community. Long told me he believes in free speech, but he comes from a military family and he didn't think it was appropriate to protest during the national anthem. He says they talked about graduation rates, education, and racial injustice. Now, we did not hear back from the Bills today when we asked if we could interview Alexander about this, but I talked with him a week ago at a community outreach event at the Bell Center in Buffalo. Here's what he had to say, and then what Long said about today's meeting.
We want to get out here and be proactive, obviously serving the community, giving back to the young people, and then also eventually be able to talk to some of the public officials in Buffalo as well, and just try to attack the problem holistically and start getting things changed in certain communities and just bringing people together.
We had discussions about kind of, there's an endpoint where we're talking about racial injustice and police brutality, which was one of the things that they protested about, but we tried to take a step back and say, well, what can we do to improve community policing? What can we do to try to affect schools so they have the funding that they need to provide students with books, after school programs so that they have stuff to do as opposed to getting into trouble when they go home and that type of thing. So it really centered around problems that face the community, but what type of steps we could do to address them.
Now, the two do plan on meeting again, and they plan on coming up with ways to bring the community together. Long said that could involve dinners with law enforcement officers and more events that bring Bills players into the community to meet with children and teenagers. Kelly Dudzik, Channel 2 News.
Thank
Kelly,
you.
thank
Kelly.
you.
Great to see, players and fans getting together and coming up with some great ideas to bring everybody together.